Well, welcome to Sunday, which is my me day. And the poor Tatum that's been back from powder for a week that hasn't had a ton of stuff put in it, but I managed to get the rear light bar mounted and a lot of the rock lights mounted and sat down and did a lot of paperwork. I got my S4 shifter in from Suspensions Unlimited. By the way, if anybody's watching this from Suspensions Unlimited, do you guys make a micro switch bracket for reverse so I can put a reverse light on the reverse lever? If not, I already got a universal one coming, but I'd rather have one that's made for it. So got the shifters in there. I mean, it's not really going to matter. It's going to be underneath a center console, but the crisscross of the cables just blows my OCD out of the water, because it's like the reverse levers on the right hand side on nearly every shifter. Not all, but nearly every main shifter has them on the right hand side, and then the main shift cable's on the left. But when you go back to the S4, S5, S4D, whatever you're running, the shifter's on the passenger side and the reverse is on the right side, so they've got to do crisscross. Anyway, so today what I'm working on is steering, because I had these really old, antiquated, this actually was a joint I put in a few years ago, so that's why it's one of the newer ones, but there's a brand new one, and there's the crud that was from my electric power steering to my gearbox. So working on getting all the steering linkage set up today, and I'll post pics later. I don't do the welding on these little stainless steel bars because I run a wire feed, so once I get them all mocked up and marked, I will get with my buddy Troy up at Limited Fabrication and have him do a nice pretty weld on them, and then get all the steering bolted in so that once my suspension comes back from powder, I can have a roller again. Alright, so I've got my steering mocked up. Dashboard scheduled to go in for vehicle wrapping, but the panels on the outside are going to be powder coated the color of the car. So got my gear indicator for the S4 on the steering wheel. Comes through. I'm going to have to mill the inside of the sockets on the U-joint like I did on my last one, because this curve is just a hair more than what the bend on this joint's capable of. So it binds just a little bit. So I'll go in with the Dremel tool and just kind of ream this out so that it clears. It goes down, looks way better than the system that was in here. Goes down into the power steering unit, comes out of the power steering unit, and it's a really short trip into the gearbox. I mean, really short. The actual shaft cut was 2.5 inches on the shaft between the two U-joints, so really short. Look how beautiful this blue chrome came out. And no, it's not really blue chrome, but dang, it sure looks like it in the shade. So, for those that didn't see the first video, here's the junk I pulled out. This poor car's been through some modifications through the years, but now we're getting it ready. So, I love it when a plan comes together.